This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Hello, my name is Karen Novachek, and I chair Messiah's Stewardship Committee. And yes, there are a number of reasons for us to rejoice, even in this time of uncertainty. And I'd like to share a few examples with you. But first, a story. Over the past 4 months, I've been on a journey. Now you may say, Karen, that hasn't been wise. Well, rest assured, it's been a virtual journey, along with members of 12 other congregations. We've been on a generosity journey. We've been learning about abundance and generosity. And we began focusing on the Bible passage from Matthew, the 6th chapter, the 12th verse. Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. That word treasure is really multifaceted. It's our time, it's our skills, our abilities, yes, even our hobbies, and our money. And does our use of our treasures, demonstrate where our hearts are? Over the next few weeks, there'll be one or more videos that clearly do demonstrate use of treasure and where one's heart is. And it reflects the mission action plan of Messiah. One of the first components of that mission action plan, increasing youth's involvement and increasing their faith. Things are happening for our youth. They're meeting weekly, the seniors are. Junior high, in confirmation, drive-by meals. The second component, increase and expand our involvement in the community, outside the walls of our church. There'll be a great video that demonstrates our generosity in this area. And the final component of our mission plan, strengthening our worship. Now you may say, well, how can that happen? We're not in the sanctuary anymore. No, we're not. But we can worship virtually or in the parking lot. But things are happening that are demonstrations of worship. Bible study continues. Calls are being made to members to check on them, to offer a prayer. A small group meets regularly to support one another in a space that's large enough so they can socially distance. And guess what? It's heated, so they'll even continue in this chilly weather. And if you've watched the videos of the Meyer children, if that's not authentic worship, oh wow, it brings joy to my heart and hopefully to yours also. Those kids are wonderful. Finally, I believe that our God is a God of abundance. I believe that our God is a God of generosity. After all, He gave us His Son. So over the next few weeks, think about your treasures, how you use your treasures, and where your heart is. Thank you, and may God's blessings be with you all.
Well, I'm Bob, and this is Linda Leis, and we've been asked to do a little promotion by the Finance Committee on generosity at Messiah. And I guess when I think of generosity, I like to go back maybe 10 years after we first arrived at Messiah, and Linda and I tried to implement a few things that we had been doing at our previous church. And one of them was the sharing tree, and one of them was Heaven's Helping Hands. And I can remember those first years, you think you put out like 60 tags one year?
It was a lot.
A whole lot of tags, and we thought, geez, what's going to happen if they don't get taken? But miracles of miracles, they were all taken rather quickly, and by the time it came around to do the wrapping, every label was taken. And we implemented something called Heaven's Helping Hands, which we had at our previous church with 1,600 members, and we have lasted longer at this church than Heaven's Helping Hands has lasted at our previous church. And we're always amazed that whenever there's something that Heaven's Helping Hands likes to do, we get all kinds of responses, and people step up, and we do the Thanksgiving dinner now, and I mean, just tons of people, and we do over 200 meals. It's utterly amazing.
Yeah, it can be. It's a little church, Messiah, but it has a big heart. And we just want to thank everybody that in the past has donated pies or food or money or their time, driving people around, calling people. Every bit of it is appreciated by many people.
And if you ask, it gets done. Sometimes you don't even need to ask. So I'm sure Messiah's generosity will continue, and it's been an amazing thing to see as far as we're concerned.
It's a trying time, but keep it in your heart and do what we can do, and it'll all work out. There's a few other ways that we were talking about that are we would like to point out how generous people at Messiah are. A lot of churches, they hire staff for cleaning, they hire staff for gardening, they hire staff for multiple different jobs, and Messiah has an amazing group of people that, including Bob Follis too, and others that are willing to give their time, and that's all included in the generosity that you feel. I just had read a book about a month ago called Plain Truth, and it's about an Amish society, and one of the things that kind of struck me was that as a child they're taught the word joy, and that you will feel joy if you put Jesus first, and then others, and then yourself. And I think about that every once in a while. So let's keep the joy in Messiah and keep it going.
Hello, my name is Guenther. I've been a part of the Messiah Lutheran Church since I was in 8th grade, and so I've always been looking to do projects to better the community and to serve as generosity for everyone. So my first project that I've done with help from Audrey Sweatberg and Pastor Nancy was creating homeless bags for people in the community, and we also sent some down to the Minneapolis area. So in those bags I had a snack, a warm pair of socks, some hygiene items, and a bottle of water. And so this year I want to make mental support bags. So in these I want to help community who struggle through problems like I have, and I want to put in some chocolate and some notebooks and a nice written card and some fidget toys and just something that'll make someone's day a little better. And for this one, I am teaming up with Cheryl Follis from the Lutheran Church as well, and I'm very grateful to be receiving grants from the Messiah Church, and I'm so thankful for Audrey and Cheryl for helping me out through these projects.
Hello, my name is Karen Novachek. My faith story began at Messiah. The foundation of my faith started there for the first 18 years of my life, a church where I was baptized, confirmed, and married. I then moved away for 55 years. And a lot happened in my life during that period of time. My husband died. I cared for 2 elderly parents until they both died. My son died. And I have had 5 different bouts of cancer. I returned to Messiah about 3 years ago. And it was like coming home again. You know, the old adage, you can't go home again. Well, it doesn't work with faith families, because I was accepted and welcomed back graciously and generously. Messiah kept track of me even though I wasn't there, because I was always on the prayer chain list during those 5 bouts of cancer. And so as I reflect on my faith journey, yes, there have been wonderful times and not so wonderful times in my life, but it is that foundation, a really substantial foundation, that really has been with me through all of those tribulations. I have a plaque in my house in my bedroom that says, "Depression looks down, fear looks around, and faith looks up." So I guess as I reflect on my faith journey, it's that looking up that keeps me going and keeps me thinking about how I best use my time, my skills and abilities, and yes, my financial resources to be generous so that my faith community, Messiah, can continue the wonderful work that it does and will do, both for each of us, each who are members, and also for the community at large. So I want to be generous with my time, with my talents, and with my money. I love my Lord, and I love the foundation that Messiah gave to me and the generosity, accepting, and love that they give me now. Thank you. God bless each of you, and keep well.